Tuesday, June 2nd, 2020, after a member of Parliament been hungry for about 5 people with President Julius Maada Bio been picked this BNTM for working at different office them. The Minister of Trade, Dr. Edward Inga Sandi, been laying at the table of the Salone Parliament one agreement between the government of Salone and Jolax Manufacturing Company. But before MP them been talk about this agreement, where they been later agree for, the deputy leader of the main opposition APC party in Parliament, Honorable Ibrahim Ben Kagbo, been raise some issue them we get for do with the way and manner how the Salone Parliament they go about for do in work now. One of that get for do with the way how the Salone Parliament can table agreement them, and the same day MP them for agree for the agreement them where it be say MP them no can even don't read fine for get clear understanding but waiting can they inside them agreements here.
Mr. Speaker, I would want us to go by your new thinking that we should maintain the whole concept of best practice here. When you lay a paper, you give us time for it to mature, so that people can even look at it in greater detail, so that when we come to debate it, we debate that document from the position of strength and knowledge. So, Mr. Speaker, I just want you to know that this method of bringing documents today, you lay them, and in the next 30 minutes you debate it to make it into law, cannot be the best way of promoting efficient legislation, Mr. Speaker.
That na the deputy leader of the main opposition APC party in Parliament, Honorable Ibrahim Ben Kagbo, and the deputy speaker of Parliament, Honorable Sengepo Solomon Thomas, self been agreed to the point where Honorable Kagbo make as way for save the name of the Salone Parliament, but same way so call on the APC leadership for consider say the situation of the country not steady and Parliament can do plenty in them now for fit to the current COVID-19 situation where the country they battle with.
I want to take this opportunity to inform the whole House that whatever our leader on the other side is saying is perfectly correct. As a matter of fact, we must, as a parliament, be very, very careful in the way we do things here. We can't bring a document today and after a few minutes we proceed to ratify that particular document. Because let's not forget that we have the public there looking at us as members of parliament who make their laws, who make their policies. They are there. These are the issues they normally take against us. It's only that at this particular point I want to plead with my leader there to accept the status quo, because these are not normal times, Mr. Speaker. Because even after today, Mr. Speaker, we want to go for a couple of weeks after today. We will not want a situation where we'll have to come back only to ratify one single document.
But the deputy leader of the main opposition APC party in Parliament, Honorable Ibrahim Ben Kagbo, been sleeping like fish inside water, where he raise up another issue we get for do with regulation or law them for guide the state of emergency, where the President Julius Maada Bio been safe for being at the country, where according to Honorable Ibrahim Ben Kagbo, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Dr. Priscilla Schwartz, still a drag foot for take to MP them in Parliament for grief or not.
Mr. Speaker, we were looking out for regulations to back up our state of emergency, and we have found it difficult to lay hands on those regulations. And here we are, shortcutting a new bill which has less to do with the happiness of the people of this country. But, Mr. Speaker, what I want to state is that this is a clear example that the next time round, if the legislations which you have asked the minister to bring to this House do not come, we may not be able to participate in other legislative discussions.
The deputy leader of the main opposition APC party in Parliament, Honorable Ibrahim Ben Kagbo, been carry on for talk about how he say the first time leader of government business me don't promise MP them say this issue of regulation go settle, but that's not happen and till now. Then they turn left, turn right, but not see any document for back the state of emergency. We don't affect plenty or everybody in the country now.
The leader of government business assured us that he was going to invite the minister in charge of the legislations to his office to discuss this issue, because it was becoming a national issue, a great issue of embarrassment to this country, and an issue that is likely to embarrass even the presidency of this country. You run a state of emergency without legislation, without rules to guide how this state of emergency should be handled. And yet we come here, in less than 30 minutes, we bring a bill, we lay it, and we want it debated to pass it into law. That is not best practice, Mr. Speaker.
But the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Dr. Abbas Chernobundu, been try for make fine defense for the government on this issue, where he say the regulation them, where Parliament be don't agree for the term, would agree for the state of emergency according to law, forget power force, say after 3 months, we not reach it.
Regulations that have been promulgated by the executive, which have taken validity, will cease to have effect 90 days from the date upon which they come into operation, unless before the expiration of the period, those regulations have been approved by way of a resolution. That law is contained in the Constitution, paragraph 10 of section 29. I know you have your own views, but I'm stating it as I understand the Constitution to say.
That na the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Dr. Abbas Chernobundu, but it clear say, we MP them been agree for the state of emergency where President Julius Maada been declare for sake of the coronavirus. No regulation or law for back 'em up not been go na Parliament. In fact, this will make some MP them raise concern, but later, the leader for the NGC party na Parliament, Honorable Dr. Kande Yomkela, been move one motion, say the Attorney General and Minister of Justice for take back the regulation them na Parliament after 2 weeks. But talk am go, talk am calm. Say now, the Attorney General and the Minister of Justice no go with any regulation at Parliament, although this not to the first time we MP them, don't they ask for the regulation them here on behalf of the people them, where they represent. This don't make plenty people, even MP them from different political party them, still they wonder wetin dey happen with the power wey dem think say Parliament gets, and how this go end with the respect of MP them and the Salon Parliament still hang na thick. For Salon Parliament Eye on Gla TV Online, me na Abdullah Gla the report.